Alright, just figured I'd do a little something for Taco Tuesday. So the first thing I like to do is get my setup. I got my tortilla, I got my ground beef, and in the back I have my refried beans, and of course I got my rice. And I'm just letting it all just kind of sit for a second while I focus in on the tortillas. It's good to take time with your tortillas. I like to put a little olive oil on there. That way it can get a little bit of, I don't know, like a little crisp at the top of it. So, when you put some heat to it, it'll give it a nice good texture. And after you're done with your tortillas, you want to turn them over. Have that bottom tortilla at the top. That way it can air out a little bit. Move it around, make sure it's not sticky. After that, you want to get back to your ground beef. You want to stir it around a little bit. Now, I'm real big on stirring the food up a little bit, putting some heat to it. When you let it sit after you cook it, you let all the peppers, the onions, and the seasoning just kind of seep in together, and it really gives your plate a lot of flavor, and it gives it a lot of color. It's really a beautiful thing. So then after I'm done with that part, I start putting a little bit of heat to my refried beans. Now, I fry these beans more than once, and you'll see in a couple of clips where I fry it again. You just add, well, I like to have my base as olive oil. Now they have the traditional vegetable oil. I'm not really a fan of the traditional vegetable oil because of all the processed oils and soybean and all the different types of beans that they put into it. I just prefer use a good old-fashioned olive oil. Now, yes, it is a little expensive and it is a little fancy, but my whole thing is I don't just look for taste. I'm also looking for nourishment. So this is another thing what I'm doing when I go and I fry it, and then I fry it a third time. That way it's refried real good. Put a little bit of heat to the rice so it's not stiff. And the thing about the sour cream on the side, I wanted to show this label. It says, I'm just gonna paraphrase. It's just basically take this thing completely off. Don't do the thing where you leave it on and think you're sealing it for flavor, because air get in those little pockets and it makes it bad for your sour cream later. Now here's another important thing about sour cream. You got to beat your cream. Beating your cream, stirring it around a little bit, it's gonna loosen it up. Now it's a process and it takes a minute, but if you just keep having at it, it has that softness to it. It has a very good texture and it distributes evenly. If you just take your sour cream out and throw it on your taco, it ain't gonna do right. Now after you get that situated, you wanna throw your beef on there, and then you wanna throw your cheese on there. There's a certain reason why I do it this way. Then you wanna throw your lettuce on there. It's not just for looks, but it's also for the cook. Then you want to put your refried beans down. Let it kind of run down the side. I don't know, it's just a beautiful thing to me. Then you throw your rice on there. That way all of it is looking good together. And then what you want to do is go ahead and start putting your wet stuff. So I put like a little bit of salsa on there. And it makes it easier to wrap up. Then after that, I like to put a little guacamole on there. I don't know why. I just like guacamole on top of the salsa. Sour cream, I like to have that last. Now, I'm not really good at restaurant folding burritos, so I just kind of rolled it up like this, and it looked lonely, so I did a few tacos. If you can't fold them fancy, just make more of them.